Ice, my man, what is the deal with this whole racist bullshit? I mean, we know it's been around for eons.
Yeah.
How do you disseminate from? All right, look, I tell you what. Here's a better example. I pitched it this way. I'm one of those people where I'm aware of it. I get it, but I'm also on a planetary level, where it's like I get it. We all live on this rock. An asteroid can come take us all out. Everything that ever happened, ever will be, or ever has happened on this rock. So, from that perspective that I'm giving you, how would you disseminate to keep focus on your work and still understand as a businessman that the acumen you must have in order to interact with other people? How is your thought processes on that? Do you kind of let that lead you into the battle of into business and finances, or do you actually disseminate from and be like, look, it's just business. It is what it is.
Uh, no, I never separate the two. I feel like someone who's separating the two isn't really being authentic,
Hmm.
and that's just my opinion. I think you have to consider all. I feel like being black in America shouldn't allow you to separate the two. You can never separate that you're black. You can never separate the way people are going to treat you or how how you have to act in society.
Talking about the perception.
Right.
Hmm.
So, like, I can't really imagine separating the two. Um, I try to use that as an influence because as I'm making my art, although it might not directly mention or talk about every single social issue that we face right now, I'm considering that and keeping that in the back of my head as I create my art because this is art that is happening during this time. Therefore, even if I didn't want to, it reflects this time.
Indeed, if great art should stir some type of emotion
Right.
or some type of response, be it positive, negative, or neutral.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm trying to disseminate because you are as a businessman, I'm a businessman,
Right.
and it's like okay, the best way to do business is doing business with other people who understand the aspect of again said business.
Mm-hmm.
But just like how you said, you don't separate it. You see it as one and the same, and that's fine. And it's like again, how could you preach that to others, or how could you? I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm jumping into my next question. But what the main point I'm getting is that with business mindsets,
Mm-hmm.
do you actually let the racial emphasis play a part in your decision making when it comes to business?
Um, it always to some degree.
Okay.
In some situations more, in some situations less. I can't I can't say like I'm only going to work with black people, although I might want to. If that was the case, it couldn't happen though because at this point in time in this country, black people don't own enough
Oh
to
yeah.
be able to operate like that. So if I had that mindset like if it ain't black, I'm not working with it, then I wouldn't work. So um, there's that. But given the opportunity, when I have the option, I always try to support my people, just as anybody of any race does,
Yeah, that's
even
how
on a
they keep it
subconscious
going.
level. Yeah, of course.
That's how they keep their money circuit going.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that that's something that our people are trying to adopt now. I think that our next civil rights movement will be forced or will be fueled by the craving of like economic independence.
Like what Claude Anderson was talking about powernomics in some of
Yeah.
his books and lectures. He was talking about the power dynamics of having your business. Then you have I think the second one was media. The third one was I think infrastructure of some sort. I'm probably misquoting it because I'm trying to recall off the top of my head. But the same point is when we're talking about the social structure and empowerment, this whole Bank Black movement. I know you heard of it. You had to see it. It's pretty much in I won't say mainstream, but it's in our social feeds.
Definitely.
So it's like you believe that's a good move too,
Of
like
course.
how we're finally putting our money together because where the money is at, that's where the power is at.
I mean, it's not even a new idea. Like
No, no,
it's
not at all.
it's common sense that we've always known as a people that that needed to be done.
Well, we have
We've
Black
tried
Wall
to do
Street.
it. We've tried to do it. Black Wall Street. There was
Mm-hmm.
Seneca Village in New York. There's plenty of times that we've tried to pull our resources, and every single time the government has stopped us. They infiltrated the Black Panthers, and they broke that up. Seneca Village, they paved over and made Central Park.
Oh
Black
yeah.
Wall Street, they firebombed. So they know that there's power in economics, and it's just this time. I think hopefully we're in a place where they can't just blatantly destroy what we're trying to build. So I'm moving my money into a black bank.
Well, yeah, One United right down there in LA.
Yes, sir.
I'm headed there too. It's exactly what you said. We've had these economic paradigms already, and the fact that the white supremacists, we'll just call it what it is, they always try to paint this narrative like, oh, we're lazy, this, that, and other. But when we try to do something to empower ourselves, it's either, oh, we can't let that happen.
Right.
Now, my last question on this subject matter, because I don't want to stay too heavy on the subject, but my last question would be is like, do you think that they're doing this because they know what we are? Like, they know our history kind of better than most blacks out here today. They know exactly what we are, where we came from, the diaspora we came from.
I think it's a combination, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. And with that, it's like some people fall into this system of white supremacy and they don't even know it. And it's not just white people. This is the name of the overall structure is white supremacy, but black people participate in this shit as well.
Gun by my side just in case I got to run. A boy on the side of Babylon trying to front like he's there with Mount Zion. What's going on? Armageddon come, you know we soon done. Gun by my side just in case I got to run. A boy on the side of Babylon trying to front like he's there with Mount Zion.